Hey YouTube, what's up? This is Big Stack McGee here with another video for you. As you probably can guess, this video is not about silver stacking. I want to talk to you tonight about pennies. I realize for most of you this is not your cup of tea, totally fine, but for those of you that are interested, there's actually kind of a fascinating addiction to sorting through pennies. I want to talk about that tonight. It actually began with my search for silver in coin roll hunting. I had very little success. Okay, I had no success in the first couple boxes that I went through. And kind of on a lark, I came home with a box of pennies for me and my boys to look for some wheat pennies. We actually did pretty good. We came out with 12 wheat pennies out of the whole box, which was actually I didn't know what to expect, but we were pretty happy with that. I also decided since we're going through all of them to go ahead and sort out the copper pennies that are in there. For those of you that don't know, any penny from before 1982 is guaranteed 95% copper. 1982, about 75% of them were copper, and about 25% were the new zinc format, which is what they are currently at. The intrinsic value for zinc is very little, but the copper pennies, there's some worth there, and so I decided to just sort them out and keep them sort of as a copper bullion, if you will. I realize that right now there are some federal regulations in place that you cannot melt copper pennies. I totally get that. Not intending to do that, but like most silver bullion, we don't necessarily intend on melting it, and we can just keep it in its coin value for intrinsic purposes. I realize that copper is not a precious metal. It is in fact a base metal, but it is right now at $3.66 a pound, puts each copper penny at almost 2.5 cents. So why not just keep them separate and roll them back up? And basically the way it works out to is $25 face, or a box of pennies, which is 50 rolls of pennies, is currently worth about $60.50. So with that intention in mind, my boys and I went and separated all of our pennies. And what you see here is the leftovers. It's all the zinc remnants. Dropped a couple. This will be returned to our bank to be going through the machine to get cash back for that. And I'll tell you what, take a look at this. This is something that we had to do. Right here, we have two pennies. Both are 1982 pennies. One of them is a zinc penny and one of them is a copper penny. And there's two ways to kind of check for them, but only one for surefire way, and we'll talk about that here. And the zinc penny, which is on your left, weighs 2.5 grams. And the copper penny on your right weighs 3.1 grams. Copper also rings differently when you drop it, and I can see if that translates to the video here in a moment. But just to show you, I have a little scale that I use for measuring weight for various coinage, and I'm going to take this zinc penny, let this zero out here, rings in right around 2.5 grams, and the copper penny about 3.11 grams. So knowing that, we can take our 82s that were weighed and put them in the copper pile, etc. I'm just going to show you how these things sound when you drop them. So here's the zinc penny, and here's the copper penny. It's a little bit of a higher pitch with that. All right, here's some of the spoils of war. This is actually from going through 4 boxes of pennies. We came up with probably around, I think, 55 of these wheat pennies. Some of them actually are in quite good condition. Here, for instance, let me put this over here. Let's see if we can zoom in on that. Here we go, it's a nice 40s penny. Anyway, we'll keep those separate. We might get a book for those and start collecting those. The boys are kind of excited about those. Here's some other interesting pennies we came across. Right here. Here's a penny that's stamped. Must be some kind of aftermarket place that put the Liberty Bell and map the United States there on that penny. Over here, this is kind of an interesting one. We came through I think of the 4 boxes, I think about 80 of them were Canadian, and this one's a 47 penny, which on the obverse here has King George. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. There we go. And then here's another cool one. Came across this 1 cent piece. I don't know if you can get that zoomed in. With the Commonwealth of the Bahamas penny. There we go. All right. Well, so basically, here's what we're looking at. $25 if I just take these zinc pennies. If I've were to roll these up, a box of those weighs a little less than 14 pounds. A box of pennies from the bank that's mixed with the copper in that I've discovered was just a little bit more than 15 pounds. And then what you have here, this is a full box now, sort of copper pennies, and it comes in at a little bit more than 17 pounds. So there we go. So my intention is just to, I don't know if I'll never sell them or whatever. It's always will be worth at least the $25 in pennies that are there. But in this form, sorted into this brick, not a big deal to throw out in the garage or whatever. To kind of help me out from Sam's Club, for $5, I was able to get 1,000 of these penny coin wrappers. So if I want to, I can do this for quite some time. Again, this is mostly a hobby, trying to find as many of these wheat pennies as I can. These wheat pennies by themselves are worth anywhere between 5 to 10 cents, pretty much in even poor condition. But I think the real fun is to look for the rare coins and the ones that have the errors and whatnot. And so with a coin loop and some time, that's what we're going to do, is kind of go through looking for that. Like I said, I didn't have much success looking for silver coins in coin rolls, but for right now, we've been doing this about 3 weeks now. We've sorted through a total of 4 boxes, and I was able to fill up an entire box of copper pennies. So for right now, I think me and the family are just gonna you call it a time suck, whatever you want, but we're gonna keep doing that for a while. We'll keep you posted on the results of that if we find anything special. But more silver videos coming soon. I have some more unboxings, hopefully this week. I also want to talk a little bit about some success on eBay, finding some silver for at or under spot, and kind of the thrill of the hunt, as it were. So those videos coming soon this week. Guys, I'd appreciate it if you'd like the video, please subscribe to the channel, and some more great silver content coming your way shortly. Thanks, guys. Have a great night.